Hello, everyone. Welcome to episode 3 of WAGSIT Pod. We're your hosts. I'm Tahlia.
I'm Kaitlyn. And this is a podcast about, eventually we'll get it down. This is a podcast about, that stemmed from our initial desire to be part of the WAG community, where we are wives or girlfriends.
And,
I
guess, or mixed.
It'd be weird to be a wife and a girlfriend of a professional sports player. But, so the WAGSIT stands for wives and girlfriends.
Wives with an F.
That's how we say it in Canada. Wives and girlfriends in training.
Of what?
Of professional sports players.
Sorry.
In training. Because are we there yet? No. Will we be there?
We potentially got one step closer this week by going to a game.
It's true.
And we started listening to podcasts ran by WAGs. Mm-hmm. And I feel like that just gave us more of a glimpse into how unreachable that level is. So we have a more realistic view of it.
Yeah. But that's okay. Let's tell them a little bit about what this week entails.
This is a special episode because, it doesn't feel that special because generally we have mostly talked about, I guess saying generally and mostly is kind of redundant. We have generally talked only about football and hockey on this because we have come unprepared to every episode, and those are the two sports we know. We've talked a little bit about baseball because our friend knows baseball, and I just pulled up some stuff that she had talked about before. But this episode will be exclusively about hockey, and that is because, as we said in our last episode, Kaitlyn and I just returned from a trip to Colorado where we saw not one, but 2 Colorado Avalanche games. And so we wanted to devote this episode to recapping those games, talking about our experience there, talking about the Avalanche, talking about one of the Avalanche players, Wags, his wife, who's just, we saw her in person! So this episode...
From the other side of the
Yeah, we think it was her, actually. We don't really know. It was her. We know. And we saw them interacting. Romance novel level interaction.
That's what led us.
Not really.
To listen to their podcast.
Yes, exactly. It just kind of ignited that. Well, actually, it just popped up on my Spotify.
Okay.
And then I sent it to you. But this episode is a hockey edition. So we will not be speaking about other sports much on this one, but we are making a commitment from now on. We will talk about other sports. So much so, we're going to have a segment. It was Kaitlyn's idea. She can share it.
Just where every week we have to speak about a different sport that...
At least for a segment of it. Yeah. A sport we know nothing about.
Yeah, a sport that's currently happening. Recap a game or a match or a round or a...
Battle.
What kind of games have battles? Medieval...
Fencing?
Is that what you say?
I'm
sorry, I can't come to dinner tonight because I have a fencing
battle. The Renaissance Fair jousting matches?
Oh, that probably would count as a sport. Kinky you got going there. Very.
Queen.
Yes.
Training.
That will be next week because
we'll start that segment next week. And we do want to apologize that we didn't get a episode. We've been kind of lazy with the episode schedules and with consistently posting to both YouTube and Spotify and other platforms. It's just every podcast has a rough start, and this has been our rough start. We started it during one of the busiest periods of the year for us as teachers, and additionally, we just haven't had a lot of opportunities to record. We wanted to record while we were in Colorado, but we kind of planned it to be jam-packed.
We had guest speakers lined up.
Yes, but I actually talked to one of the potential guest speakers yesterday, and I said I would like the episode, instead of just inviting the speaker on to join into our normal discourse, I would like the episode to be surrounded around their experience with sports and that was kind of your idea when we were talking about someone. So we'll start having guests. Will any of them be people you have heard of? No. But this is how every single person on this planet is valuable, and so their hot take matters.
Yeah, and most of our viewers will have known of this person. Most of our viewers.
I think our last episode got 2 watches. I don't know, maybe not even that much. The last episode, the video cut out 8 minutes in, so sorry about that.
It's okay.
It would have been the ideal Spotify episode if we didn't put it on Spotify.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so we're going to jump right in with segment 1.
All right. Am I just segment 1? Or we're...
I can do it. I'm looking up how many we got for... That's just so discouraging. 4 views.
Okay, how many did the first one get?
27.
Wow, that's a steep decline. Did we tell anybody that we posted that second one? Because I had someone reach out to me angry that we didn't post episode 2, and then
I did tell about 2 people. So
okay, I think my one person that was concerned that we didn't upload a second one. Is that Will Smith?
It was AI.
Oh, I was joking because
Will Smith hockey.
Yeah,
kind of looked like Black Will Smith.
No, that's what it was. I think it was actually.
No, it wasn't. Was it? Oh my gosh, it was.
Eating spaghetti.
Ew.
Wow. Okay, stop. Stop. Okay.
I feel like I just witnessed a crime.
Yeah, it was gross. Okay, this past weekend, Wednesday night and Saturday afternoon, both Tahlia and I attended 2 Colorado Avalanche games. Would you like to speak about the first one since you're an expert?
Of course. The first one is, the second one was like probably more fun to watch at times, but actually not the experience though. But the first one like was sad because, this is the one we had planned on going, so I had talked about it. We actually talked about both of these games last episode, but one I just said we weren't going. We did end up going to both games. But this first game on Wednesday night was...
Can I interrupt you? I knew we were going to go to the second game. When we were going, we're like, we'll just go to one game, and in my mind, I'm like, I will convince her that we will attend the second game.
That's so funny that you waited that long. It hadn't even crossed my mind to go to 2 games.
No, I knew.
The fact that you were like plotting to go to 2, did you tell your mom that too? Beforehand?
I might have.
You're like, we're gonna go to both.
I was like, we'll be in Denver for both games.
You could have just told me you wanted to go to
But I didn't know what the plan was, and I didn't want to. You were there for your family, so I didn't want to like.
Well, my family would argue we were there for hockey, so...
Right. It was mixed.
We were there for both.
There was room in our hearts for both.
Mm-hmm. The first game we went with my sister and her husband. Shout out to Tatiana and John Mark, 2 of our 4 viewers. Okay.
It was a washout. Sorry, I stole your thunder. Okay, continue.
You literally cut the entire chase.
Okay. I mean,
bad.
For who? Who was it a washout for? We don't know.
Okay, the game was the Sharks versus Avalanche, and I say Avalanche because they played at the Avalanche Ball Arena, so you put them second. Anyway, it was a shutout completely. Avalanche won, woohoo! Which was we won 6-0, and it hurt to watch the Sharks play that poorly. I'm not gonna lie. They had a game where they did exactly that bad again yesterday, except it was 7-1, so it was still a 6-point deficit. But it was like so sad because their goalie Askarov was like he got pulled after I think the 3rd point was let in. So here's what happened. Basically, in the first period, Avalanche scored once. The Sharks started playing they actually played well in the beginning, I would say, not bad. They had energy. The Avalanche scored once though, and then after the first intermission, when the second period started, I'm not kidding. I think it was 30 seconds into the second period. Within 16 seconds, Avalanche got 3 goals. I'm not saying 3 total. They had 1 in the beginning and then 3 in that moment. So basically, what happened was Askarov was still the goalie, still the goaltender in the net, and who got the first goal? Was it or the second one? Was that one? Okay. So in the first, it was at the very end of the. Okay. I said that a little wrong. So Ross Colton got the first goal of the whole game in the first period, and then at the end of the first period, but still in the first period, Nathan McKinnon got a goal. So we went into the intermission. And I think we were still on the power play too. And the Sharks just seemed kind of discouraged because we were already 2-0. So then we come back and it's 3 minutes into the 4 minutes, at 3:44. Yeah. 3 minutes into the second period, and Sam Malinsky makes a goal for the Avalanche. So then we're at 3-0. And then, like, what is that? I don't know. Not that many seconds later, someone said 16 seconds, but they were wrong on a sports podcast I was listening to. So,
well, it's 9.
yeah.
Math.
Okay. Oh my gosh, this is so bad. Wait, this is even worse than I thought. So they got like 3 goals still in the second period right at the beginning. Mm-hmm. So it was Malinsky got one, Manson got one, and then I don't know how to say that. Another guy. Kiviranta got that. Mm-hmm. And between, I think after the first one of that group of 3, they pulled Askarov. No, it was after the second one. So we got 4 goals, mm-hmm. and the goalie just hung his head like because it was like so pathetic to watch. And they pulled him off.
It reminded me. It kind of gave me the feeling when you watch. I don't know if you've ever watched the World Juniors, but it's just.
And they had that one chance in their whole life to get there.
Playing hockey, mm-hmm. and the losing team. Like if you watch the gold medal game or the mm-hmm. bronze medal game, the losing team bawls their eyes out on the ice, and sure they're like 16, 17, so it's not like grown men bawling their eyes out, but I always feel so horribly.
It's so sad.
Even though if your team still won, you feel so sad for those other boys when all their whole identity is wrapped up in hockey. Mm-hmm. And then, so that's not that this game
is not on the same level because, they play so many games during a season. Yeah. But it did kind of feel that way of like, he hung his head and then they pulled him.
And he would go.
And, yes. And then they pulled him and he and the other goalie did like a little hug turn and then he left. 9 seconds later, Avalanche scored again, and the other goalie was like, well, we're cooked. Yeah. So then by that point, it was 5-0. Mm-hmm. And then I think during the third period, we got one more goal. It was Lehkonen. And so by the end, the Sharks just like had kind of died on the ice. And we watched an interview of Macklin Celebrini after the game. He's one of those main centers for... Like, he's like the little young star center for the Sharks, one of the 2.
Little, she said. Take note. She called him a little boy almost.
Because of you. He also is a 19-year-old one. I'm not as obsessed with him. Yeah. But he was, like, so annoyed in this interview because wouldn't you be if you were, like, had a camera shoved in your face after getting, like, completely embarrassed? And he was like, they're like, what can you learn from this? He's like, we got absolutely waxed. Like, and he was just like, it was so, like, I mean... They're just the best team in the league. So. And so, but some background for this, actually. Last night I was watching some, like, the Sharks have a broadcast channel, so I was watching some of their older, like, shorter videos. And 3 days before they played Avalanche, Askarov was the number 1 star of the game. Another game. And they interviewed him, and then they were like, he's just doing so great. He's incredible. Like, he's a young, shining star. And so it's just, like, so sad that, I mean, he's still honestly, like, he's a great goalie. He's young, too. He's, like, 21 or 22 or something. But it's the fact that, like, he had come off such a great win and, like, such a high.
To get pulled.
And then to get pulled the next game. And then last night's game, he got pulled also again. So it was really sad.
I just think being a goalie would be crazy because sure it is your fault, but
it's also everyone else's.
It's your defensive line's fault, not defensive line because they don't have a defensive. Anyway, what would you say your most favorite highlight from that game was? What was the top thing that you enjoyed the most?
I think just like the experience of being there. It was really fun being there with like you and my sister and John Mark, and we were able. It was like our first night back on the mainland. Didn't we tell them we live in Hawaii last time?
Yeah.
It was our first time like back on the mainland, and so like our first night there. So it was just fun to like get a hot dog and popcorn and cherry coke like hit the spot and just eat it. We were in the very last row of the arena, but honestly still good seats.
I was showing Kaitlyn and Katie, my roommates, photos last night of us, and they're like, "Is that the back wall?" I was like, "Yep, we're in the very last row."
Actually, it's the owner's box back wall. So just kidding.
Yeah,
that'd be crazy.
Yeah.
So it was like I just think the experience of being there was so fun, and like when you watch on TV, like you only get so much understanding of what it's like in the arena because the whole time is commentary, which actually we kind of missed the commentary, but like the atmosphere in there, the like expectation and like the electric feeling when you're in the arena and like every time they score they like do this song and they're like hey, and it was just like so fun. I think that was my favorite part was just like I've always loved going to sports games, and so like going to that one was just like such a fun experience. And I got this jersey. We didn't go to see Warm-Ups that day, and I'm haunted by the fact that I could have seen Will Smith
Them
up
in the
close,
flesh.
and I didn't. But it's
Yeah.
okay because it probably would have wrecked me.
Sure.
That sounds
She
so
wouldn't
dramatic.
She wouldn't have come back.
I have a problem with developing parasocial feelings towards people who do not know me that are like celebrities. I think if I had seen one in the flesh, I mean, I did.
You would have
I
been
took
convinced.
a picture of like him on the ice, and I was like from like row 315, and I was like, or no, it wasn't 315. It was 318 was a section,
Sure.
but row 15 of like the third, like the upper bowl, and I'm like, there he is. I feel like if I had seen him up close, it would have been bad for me. Like I would have just been like, well, there it is. Like, yeah. So I'm glad I didn't, but it was just really cool to see like both of those teams play. Anyway, what was your hot or your favorite part of that?
Your
game?
hot.
I was gonna say your hot take, but that didn't really make sense.
Well, it was quite fun. The only reason I have really become friends with Tahlia is because. No, I'm just kidding. But
because I chose to watch the playoffs. Just kidding.
No, but the Colorado Avalanche are my family's team. And so what a coincidence that you would become my friend and that I'd convince you to go back to Colorado for Thanksgiving.
It's transactional.
No.
Just kidding.
No, it's not at all. But so that was, I almost cried actually. At one point we were like walking into the arena and everyone had their
we got a photo of you too, like in front of the arena. I was like, we gotta get a photo.
I've seen the that's a hard word to say, Colorado Avalanche play in Canadian cities, but I've never actually been to Denver or seen them play in the Ball Arena. So that was really cool, going up the escalator and we're in the thing, and I was like, oh my gosh,
there
yeah, such a cutie.
So cute. Look how excited she looks. You can just see it in her eyes.
Yeah, so that was fun to be there. You just go get some paper towel. It's fine. Also, one of my other favorite things. Oh, you have paper towel already. How the heck do you have that? It's fine.
You'll get sued.
Yeah, it's fine. My roommates will hate you, but it's okay. One time I did that.
And documented.
I know. One time I did that, and then I just sat on it so that no one would see because I felt so shameful. Okay.
You're right.
Also, another thing that was my favorite too was my dad didn't know that I was coming to this game, but my mom did, and so.
Only your brother in your family has been to Ball Arena for a game, right?
Yes,
so her dad's been a fan since the 90s and hasn't even been.
I know. So my mom was like, when you get there, I want you to FaceTime Dad or send him a picture saying that you're there. So, I FaceTimed him with the ice in the background, and he had his Colorado Avalanche sweater on, and he was like so confused, and he was like, "Where are you?"
I'm so confused.
And then I'm like, "I'm in Denver at the game," and he thought we were like had a green screen in the back just to play with him. But
did he actually?
Yeah, but he it was cute because he said he was a little bit offended that 2 of his children have been to Avs games and he hasn't. So
yeah. Aww.
Cool. You go.
No, this is still about what you were saying. You're just glad?
No, I was just gonna say I'll just quickly recap game
because I know, and I do want us to move on, but I would say like probably the best play part you know, because I saw you wrote that was just that 3-score stretch where they were like boom boom boom. That was just iconic. Sorry, continue.
All from different people.
Exactly.
It's not like someone was just hot and
hat tricking.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that was the second game. So the second game we saw was the Montreal Canadiens versus
you just say
the
it Colorado.
So well. Montreal Canadiens. Montreal. Where my brother and sister live, or my brother and sister-in-law.
They live there?
They live in Montreal.
In the city?
No.
Oh.
They live in an English-speaking suburb outside of. But
is the city all French-speaking?
Yes.
Ish.
Yeah.
Okay.
Even though when I was there, I didn't speak any French, so. Anyway, it was very similar feeling. However, because I think the bummer from the game with the Sharks is that it just wasn't as exciting.
Oh my God.
We have a guest speaker.
I'll take this real quick.
Okay. I'll recap it. Bummer about the one game was that just you're having a serious conversation mic'd up. That's funny. The bummer about the original game, the first game, was that there's excitement in fear that you might lose. So the games against the Sharks, obviously there was no fear that we might lose, and it similarly happened against the Montreal Canadiens, where it ended up being 7-2. So we were happy that the other team did score a couple of goals, just to add a little bit of variety in there. And it was funny because both games, we're up in the nosebleeds. We're the poor people buying tickets to see the team that we love. But the lower bowl, people ended up leaving at the beginning of the third period because they didn't think anything else was going to happen. But obviously, we stuck it out till the end. Is this where I should tell you all of Tahlia's secrets now that she's not here? I'm free to speak about whatever I want. Okay, well, upcoming next, I have segment 1.5 scheduled in, where I've planned a secret game. Could it be the lamest thing ever seen on or heard on a podcast? Possibly. But I'm hoping she'll enjoy it. So stay tuned for segment 1.5. Montreal Canadiens. Let me look it up. It ends up being 7-2. Lots of goals by Brock Nelson. He was on fire, actually. We thought at one point he was on a breakaway, and I said, this is a hat trick, this is a hat trick, this is a hat trick. He scores. A meager amount of people throw their hats onto the ice. I was a little bit disappointed because I thought, you score 3 goals, you get a hat trick. Everyone should be throwing their hats on the ice. I wonder where that even comes from. But I guess the guy in front of us turned around because he was eavesdropping on us and said that they had given the 1 goal to Gabriel Landeskog. So the hat trick wasn't even real, but 7-2, that's pretty good. And at this point, the day before that, we had lost our first game in a 10-game streak. So that was sad. There was a streak for goal shutouts for Blackwood and Wedgwood as well. But we still hadn't lost any regulation games because we had only lost in shootouts or in overtime. So that was exciting. Unfortunately, today against the New York Islanders, we lost our first game, which makes we only lost 2 regulation games all season. What am I supposed to talk about with Tahlia? She's my fearless leader that I just follow in her steps. Let's see. That game was really fun too. It was an afternoon game. So there was lots of kids out there. There was a recurring theme of people holding up babies in Avalanche onesies, which were adorable. They all kind of looked like the same baby at one point, and I was almost convinced for a while there that they were just holding up the same baby in different locations around the rink. Again, I don't think that was true. Our seats were a little bit closer this time. Tahlia knocked over the drink of the lady beside us at one point, tried to offer her money for it, and just felt guilty the whole game, which was precious. Overall, a fun game. We ended up going to the Christmas market after. It was great fun. But it has just been kind of fun to have a team that doesn't lose. Although it is almost sometimes easier to be cheering for a team that you're unsure if they're going to win, and then you're excited when they pull through. Whereas I feel like recently I have zero fear that we're going to lose, and it makes it a little bit less exciting. I guess I can cover out a little bit more about this game too. Brock Nelson, Gabriel Landeskog, goals in the first period. Brett Burns, he's been pulling through with a couple snapshots from the blue line, which has been really fun to see him, the oldest player in the league, play for us. Brock Nelson got his second goal. Nathan McKinnon, Devon Taves, and Gabriel Landeskog again. So at the end there was an opportunity for both Brock Nelson and Gabriel Landeskog to get hat tricks. But neither of them pulled through. Anyway, it was super amazing to head to Denver. Like I said, I'd never been there before. Got to see my own team play. I think we spent way too much time in the merch store, which the most people I've ever seen shoved in this one area. At the end of one game, it was such a washout from, I guess not for us, but for the other teams, that people were in line for this ice cream line. I'm pretty sure it was like wrapped a third of the way around the arena. Tahlia is texting me saying I can pause it because now I'm blabbering on about ice cream because I've ran out of topics to talk about. Okay, we'll see you in a moment. Okay, she's back. The way that was the scariest. That was the scariest 4 minutes of my life.
Going, and I was like, we could.
I got to a point where I was talking about the ice cream line.
Sorry.
That's how I ran out of.
Did you talk about the guy who told us that like Landeskog got the second?
Yes, I did say that, and I was disappointed that no one threw their hats.
I quote, this is so embarrassing because I think about it. It kept me up last night, actually. We were behind them, and I was like, the guy just said second goal, like the announcer, like the people who are keeping track of the game. I was like, he just said it was Nelson's second goal. That idiot. The guy turned around and was like, they gave the second goal to Landeskog, and I was like, all right.
I wondered why he turned around and said that.
Because I'm embarrassing myself.
Okay, but also this man was like with his college-age daughters.
Yes.
And so,
it was cute.
And then he turned around and high-fived us
every time.
So
I think he was just impressed that we were talking about hockey and they're of our own volition.
Sure.
Okay, anyway, we can move. We're not actually at 30 because we're gonna cut like a solid few minutes of that. All right, moving on to segment 1.5.
I did mention this while you were away. I said this might be the lamest thing to ever happen on a podcast.
Is this?
But we're gonna play a game. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Okay. To bring a throwback to our trip to Denver, we're gonna play a game of fishbowl.
That's funny. That's actually funny.
Do you have any things about our? I already wrote mine. I wrote a big stack of them.
Oh my gosh! Does it have to be like just anything, person, place, or thing?
Yeah, but they just all are things that happened on the trip.
Oh, okay.
They were all just people, places, or things that happened while we were in Denver.
Okay.
Or Colorado Springs or whatever. You don't have to add anything. I just thought I would bring an extra slip of paper for you just in case. And also, this game is unfair because I know what they all are. But we're gonna take.
What? That's so not fair.
But we're gonna take turns.
Wait, I feel like are we just playing charades pretty much?
Pretty much.
We're just speed running through charades. How is this an even amount of papers?
No.
I think genuinely, what is this game?
Okay, you can just even put one thing in there. It doesn't even have to.
No, I have stuff.
Under pressure. do. They're not all sport related either.
No, mine aren't. Okay. None of mine have been sport related yet.
I have a feeling that there'll be some repeats.
Yeah.
In here. I just think of a lot of podcasts that I watch on TikTok are just people playing games with each other. So that's
I think it's fun. No, I think this is fun. Honestly, we could just replace another segment.
Okay. My thought was.
Why do you get to start?
I wasn't gonna start.
Your thought was what?
Are you pulling them out? Are we just like choosing what if we're saying?
Words? I think we just we put a timer on.
Okay.
And do 30 seconds and keep going until someone wins.
Okay.
Me like, why do you get to start?
Okay.
Do you have a timer?
Oh, sorry.
I mean, my phone being right here. Is mine still on? Yeah. Okay.
Boop boop boop.
All right. I feel like we need to sit forward for this. All right.
Okay, it's getting intense. Stopwatch.
So we're on the same team, but also working against each other.
It's true. There's really no winner or loser. Because it's just for us to reminisce.
You're right. Okay.
And to fill in others of the stupid adventures.
This is our way of retelling this trip.
Okay. It's weird to do a count up when I want to count down. Okay, ready?
Wait, that one's mine.
On your mark. Get set. Go.
Sorry. My obsession on the way home.
The hot flight attendant that looked like Steve from Stranger Things.
The game.
Sharks versus...
The game. I can say more than that. The phone game.
Among Us. We played it for hours the one night with Tatiana.
The narration is sending me. Sorry, my scar.
Oh. Burnt toe.
I got oil. That's all my turn because I need to tell the story.
Okay, go. You have to pay extra for that.
For free? Okay. That's insane. I feel like I should not put that on the internet.
I liked it. Okay.
Okay. The night before, or the night we left for our trip, we were watching Dancing with the Stars at my house with our friend Kaylee. And it was like the finale of Dancing with the Stars. and I had made pasta with red sauce the night before, so I heated it up for them because we all hadn't eaten that much dinner, and I have it on a paper plate, and I'm setting it down, and I tilt it, and this like boiling hot piece of ground beef with like all this red oily sauce on it lands on my third toe, and I'm like wearing slippers, and I'm like, ow, ow, and I try to kick it off, and then Kaitlyn starts laughing, but it won't come off my foot, so it starts like actually burning me. And then I'm like, stop laughing, I'm hurt. And then for the next hour, I had to sit with my foot in a bucket of cold water because. Do you have the picture?
No, I don't. Do you want me to show this?
You don't have the picture of me with the bucket?
Oh yeah, I do.
Oh, sorry. You don't have to show it. No,
okay.
It's fine. But we could. We could post it to the WAGSIT account.
Sure. I was actually trying to find. This is what reminded me of. I saw someone had set their elf on the shelf up with its foot in a George Foreman grill.
Me. Yeah, I said we were like, I'm Michael Scott from The Office.
Yeah, when he's trying to make bacon in the morning.
Right, your turn. I only got 3.
It actually looks pretty gnarly. But
did I really only get 3? Yeah. Freaking burnt toe.
Okay, this is what you did to the lady beside us when we scored.
Oh my gosh. Spilled her drink. Flipped her drink over. I flipped her whole drink onto the ground, and she was like, oh no.
Oh my gosh, I wrote this too. The stuff that you spilled.
Blue vine.
The stuff you spilled all over your jersey at the German Christmas market.
Yep, the German blue vine.
Okay. This is where we sat at the hockey games.
300?
I think I only call it this. I've never heard you call it.
Upper bowl?
Yeah, but where it's so high up in the elevations.
Nosebleeds.
Yes.
That was so scary.
I am a loser. It's the Avengers theme song.
I know what it is. That's so.
Stop.
Wait, you stopped it right before the good part.
I actually don't think it plays that long. Okay, your turn.
All right.
On your mark.
That was so genuinely scary.
Go.
This is where we saw the Landeskogs.
Warm up.
Yeah. You were like, we saw them. Your face changed. I'm like, no, not actually.
In public, and you didn't.
My second favorite team.
The San Jose Sharks.
Although I don't even know that's true. I just love the 2 of them.
Sure.
I mean, it's food we eat, but I don't think it's the one that my grandma was talking about. But it's one that has like
Applebee's.
No. That was so funny.
Oh my gosh.
It's not that funny, but I'm literally losing, guys.
What was the actual word?
It's still in there.
Oh.
Okay, ready?
That's your grandma wanted to go to Applebee's and you were mad at her.
I know, but there was just the alarm going off. Okay, ready?
Not the black actor guy, but the other one. Okay, that place for San Jose.
Not the what?
Sorry.
Will Smith.
Yeah.
Not the black actor guy? Why was I so confused?
Well, okay, this one's hard because I wrote this. What people didn't do when we stood up and
throw their hat on the ice.
And they rose the flag in the sky.
Sing the national anthem.
No one sang.
Wait, I think it's going off. Joyful?
Just tell us the word my password.
That's not even it. Is it cute? It's cute.
Sorry. You had the opportunity to not share my password with the world.
Did I start it? It went off.
Okay. Well,
did you turn the timer off? Did you turn the sound off?
No.
Okay.
All
right.
Hopefully,
onward.
Is this giving you a good idea of what our trip was like?
I know. I think it is. This is a good recap.
Confusing.
No, I think this is hilarious. Okay. You're so smart. She's the funny behind this podcast.
It was a low blood sugar idea. I'll be honest.
Okay.
I have some of my best. Okay.
You know, you're like the people who get their best inspiration when they're like on substances and they're like Van Gogh or something.
Sure, and I've just taken too much insulin.
Or Salvador Dali, who like painted The Persistence of Memory, which is that famous clocks painting.
That my brother has tattooed on his arm.
Yes, he did it when he woke up from like a rager and he saw Milton Camembert. Okay, ready? Let's go.
Go.
The line. I said one of the words. Not that it really matters. The same one I had before. That Thanksgiving food.
Green bean casserole.
Yeah, why is that in there?
Because I thought
it was greens.
I mentioned it.
Oh.
I was talking about how when I said I've never had a green bean casserole.
This is what we were called when we revealed our age on Among Us.
Old.
No, other words.
Unks.
Unk. Yep. Favorite couple.
Melissa and Gabriel Landeskog.
We love them.
At Thanksgiving, American Thanksgiving, I mentioned I'd never had green bean casserole before.
Oh, and everyone was
literally
like,
everyone in the room turned in shock. I said, I'm Canadian.
I thought we were talking about when Naomi was like, I can hardly imagine Thanksgiving without greens because we forgot the greens on the stove. And then John Mark's grandma was like, I think I could. And it was really funny.
It was funny. Okay. I have a funny one in there, but I don't want to pick it out. Oh, I know what you picked out.
Okay.
I don't even think I read it right. Okay. Go. Are you?
Oh. Don't start. Okay, ready? Go.
Okay, this is what we waited in for like an hour and a half.
Security check line.
And everyone budged in front of us, and you were really mad at them.
Oh. At the airport, yeah. And I was like, wow!
This is what a broadcaster would say.
Oh, there's been a shooting in D.C. or a man has been shot in D.C.
Yes. We'll talk about that in a moment.
This just in, a man shot in D.C.
This is a movie we saw that was...
Eternity.
Yes.
Okay, we were playing this game, and Omi got broadcaster, and she just goes, dun, 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 this just in, a man was shot in D.C. I don't know why I did that in the SpongeBob fish voice.
That's kind of the wish you
said. But we were all like, what? And then the round ended. Okay.
Instead of just being
why does the timer never go off when I'm doing
Instead of just saying a job that someone has on the news.
Yeah,
like she just went into full
broadcaster mode.
Okay, right. Well, there's one in there.
Left. There's two left. Okay, hit play.
Go.
Start. I'm gonna put this one in. Your name in Among Us.
Big sausage. Is that the title of our podcast episode?
No! Not. She said spelling. Because it's not spelled right. Yeah. Oh, Glühwein.
Glühwein, yeah.
Well, that was it. Okay, that's all of them.
That was all of them.
Okay.
Anyway, it was a great trip overall. That was the purpose of that. Okay.
All right. Basically, our player spotlight this week, we just want to talk about Brock Nelson. I don't know if you brought this up.
Nope.
But I had an idea about how to do this. Okay. Don't say anything about him yet. Okay. Take a look at this guy. I hope he will never watch this, but
if really he does, it doesn't. We still love you.
Take a second. How old do you think this man is?
Leave your guesses in the comments below.
Leave a comment. He is 34.
Oh my gosh.
But he looks 67.
Wow, she brought that up.
Made that joke.
I did? Okay, and he does look like Abraham Lincoln.
They say he looks like Abe Lincoln. All right, that's all we're going to say. He actually is a great player. We're glad to have him on the Colorado
Did he score
Avalanche
today? Because he's on a scoring streak.
Yeah, he's been scoring a ton. He almost got that hat trick. We thought he did. Mm-hmm. You had a hat trick in my heart, Brock.
If I had a hat to throw and I wasn't in the nosebleeds, I would have thrown a hat for him.
A lot of people did throw it, too. And they spotlighted him.
Yeah. Oh, he got the star of the game.
Did he score?
Let's look.
Yep, he was the number one star of the game, right?
Oh, yes.
But that game we watched. Okay. Now we're going to move on because it has been a long episode. We're going to try to wrap it up soon. Our WAG inspo for this week, we're finally doing this segment. We did our research, is the wonderful Melissa Landeskog. And the reason why we're doing her, one, obviously this has been a Colorado Avalanche episode, all about our trip. But two, and we saw her from across the ice.
With her kids.
They
had signs.
And all the, players kept going up to them, and, Landy kept going up and,
I think he threw a puck to them.
He threw a puck to them, and he was, talking to them through the glass, and, just imagine getting to watch your dad play, right? Mm-hmm. So cute. I actually listened to the podcast Never Offside with Kat and Julia, which is, the official NHL WAG podcast. They interviewed Melissa Landeskog on it, and she talked about Gabriel Landeskog. I feel like I couldn't call him Gabe because I don't know him. Mm-hmm. They talked about Landeskog's 3-year recovery from his knee injury after the 2022 Stanley Cup, right? Or was it 2021? It was 2022 Stanley Cup, right?
I honestly can't remember.
Yeah, I think
22, 23, 24. Yeah, we had just won the cup, the Avalanche. She was talking about how he played through the whole thing with a bad knee.
Yeah.
And he just sacrificed his knee.
And he pretty much, all the cartilage was gone behind his kneecap, behind his patella. then they just did like what's it called, rehab for a year.
Right.
Before they were like, you need a knee replacement. And so he wasted kind of a year. It kind of felt like a waste of a year of him not playing before he got his knee replacement, and then he had to sit out for like 2 more years.
And they pretty much told him, they're like, no NHL player has ever had a knee replacement and come back to play the same level of hockey. And so he was always my favorite player, and he didn't come back, and it was so sad. And then I'm not even married to him. I don't even know him. But like, I feel like waiting and getting, it's like she talked about how she didn't want to get her hopes up. I'd be like too optimistic because then that would just lead to disappointment. I felt the same way, and I'm just a random girl watching him play
she
hockey.
loved him. He was her phone background for a long time.
He still is one of them sometimes. And I will probably name one of my children off. If and when I have children, I will name one of them.
And when.
If or when, yeah. Gabriel in some capacity. Anyway, and you were actually with me, I think, last year. He was out for 3 years.
And then he came
and
back
then there was like this
game.
It was like, is he coming back this game? Is he coming back this game?
And he didn't.
And then he was supposed to come back regular season, and he didn't. And then I think it was our first playoff game. I could be wrong. Don't quote me on that. One of the first playoff games, and like they had this big like presentation to welcome him back, and I cried. And even listening to this podcast, I know that we're not even talking about Melissa whatsoever.
Well, I'm waiting to, but I'm letting you get your emotions out.
Okay. But listening to the podcast, I drove home from the grocery store the hour that I do.
Game 3.
And I bawled my eyes out listening to her talk about it. I was sobbing in my car.
Yeah.
Because even just having watched him return that one game, I cried.
Just your favorite
real tears.
Player.
Like no other player has done that before, so... Anyway, you can continue.
Well, I just want to give like a moment to Melissa. She is like true WAG inspo because Landeskog's the captain, so she's the captain's wife, and throughout those 3 years, she stayed doing like, even though they weren't even really there with the team, they were in Toronto a lot of the time, and she still like would plan things and stay connected, and the way she was like the core of their family during that time, he was really obviously struggling, and she had just had their second kid and was holding their family together and like so supportive of him. And even just the way she talked about him on the podcast, she was like, it just was so clear that she is his biggest fan, like out of anyone. No offense, Kaitlyn, I know you're like second, but like
a close second.
A close second. It's close, guys. She just embodies like that servant heartedness you want to have as a wife, and like it's not like she's begrudging doing it, like it just like was who she is, of like it's clear that they have like a great relationship, and she's all in the game. Like and on top of it, she's like super pretty, and she seemed really nice, and like I don't know, I just think that to be able to like, one, there's already so much pressure being a WAG, like a lot of people have a hard time with it, and to be like the captain's wife, having to like coordinate so many things, but just being able to, I don't know, hold your family together through that, and she just seems so awesome. And they had like another kid, right? They have 3 now, or is it just 2? It's just 2 or 3. I don't know, because she said she was pregnant twice, but I don't know, was that their first kid? I don't know, was it first and second kid?
Let me look it up.
Because I looked it up and said they had 2 kids, but I was confused. She was talking about her pregnancies.
Oh. Well, she said that the Luke was only 1 when he won the cup.
Yes.
Creepy that I remember the same. And the other one she was pregnant with during his
3
recovery.
3 children.
Oh.
Okay. The sister was born after the podcast that we listened to in June this year.
Oh, okay.
And so there's like 3 of them. But basically it was clear hockey is their life, and I was like, you know what, she's a real person. So shout out to you, Melissa, because you're inspirational to us. Like, obviously your husband's inspirational, but everyone's always talking about your husband. But I want to talk about you. You are an inspiration to us. I know you probably will never see this, but just want to say we love you, Melissa Landeskog. We love you.
Yeah.
All right, that was our WAG segment. Go look her up. I guess I should share her Instagram that anyone needs to know it.
Mm-hmm.
She's private on Instagram. I'm not gonna do that though.
Oh.
So weird. She has like 900 followers.
Share her private Instagram.
Everyone go spam her private Instagram.
And then when she allows you to follow her, take us.
Tell us. Okay.
Yeah. And I feel like the podcast also just made it clear about how when you are awake, it's not about you.
Yes.
Which
I know.
I guess is kind of a cool thing.
Yeah.
At the same time.
But that's
what made her awesome it's just you have to humble yourself to be like.
And she just puts her husband first a lot. Yeah. I know. So this was your moment. It's about you, girl, on your 16th birthday.
We were at the same floor level as her.
We wanted to go say hi.
She was on the other side
we were
of the
like,
rink.
that's not okay. Obviously, respect someone's privacy. So, okay. And predict the outcome of one game for the next week. Well, we lost our game today, Avalanche. We'll predict the next Avalanche game because since this has been the Avalanche episode, we will keep it consistent. Mm-hmm. And our next game will be against who?
Why am I on the Montreal Canadiens? Huh. There we go. We played.
This is November.
Oh, living in
so
the
we're
past.
In December.
Oh my goodness!
I think you change it at the top.
Oh my goodness gracious! Schedule November, December, done. Oh, I went back.
You're bored. You're in 2024 now. This is still not the right year.
I actually thought 24 was right.
Girlfriend, we're almost in 2026.
Okay, Saturday. We played the New York Islanders today. We play the New York Rangers. At 7:30 a.m.
Because we're on a road trip right now. Well, that makes sense because that's like 1:30 their time.
I know, but that's
or
early.
12:30.
I'll probably be up then, I guess.
Okay.
We can watch it before our Christmas
party. Let's look at. It's giving. Look at our records. The records are kind of.
They've lost 12 games.
My gosh, I was gonna say they're similar.
It's interesting how we've only lost 2 games. But we only have 19 wins, and they have 15 wins, but they've lost 12. Just because we can't win an overtime game to save our lives.
4, and then 4 more. That's 8. But there's still 3 games missing from this record that I'm confused about. Mm-hmm.
I'm hoping to see Wedgwood return. He had to leave this last game.
Why was he injured?
He was, I think it said lower body injury, or maybe it was upper body injury because they were talking about how tall he is, and they were like, how does he injure his upper body when he's just so much taller than everybody else? That's what the announcers were talking about.
Not it.
Oh, Shashurkin, their goalie.
Upper body injury.
Igor Shashurkin.
Is that how you say it? There's a T in there.
I know. I don't think I say it correctly.
Shashurkin.
Yeah, you're right. I know this sounds horrible. And I was telling them when you were on the phone or wherever you were that it's almost boring to be this good. And I don't want to say that I don't want to be as good. Mm-hmm. But like the loss today, I was like, okay, the next game, it will be like, I'll be like, pay attention a little bit more because the fear of losing is there.
That's fair. I know. It is good we lost one. Can't get too confident.
Mm-hmm. Speaking of our future segments on random sports, if you have any sports that you would like us to cover, please let us know.
True.
Whether it's in the comments below or my 4th graders would roast me for saying to leave a comment or like and subscribe.
They're not going to ever listen to this.
I know, but if they knew what I was saying, because when we watch YouTube videos at school and the person says like and subscribe, they all say it at the same time. Even my kindergartners.
They've heard it since they were born.
On our trip overall, what was your favorite time? Or what was something that was hilarious or funny? I have to share about the flight attendant because I truly just did love him. I was at the back of this plane. This plane was huge. And Tahlia was up front alone. I was in the back sitting beside this couple. Mm-hmm. All the seats around us were all empty. And I put on my big girl pants and asked the flight attendant if I could move forward.
But it wasn't him, right? It was a lady.
I don't know if I would have asked him. Even though I kind of wish I would have. But anyway, I eventually moved forward. And I texted her and I was like, this male flight attendant is giving Steve Harrington.
I texted you first and said,
okay, sorry.
Thank you. Sorry. Give me the credit that is credit due. I was the one who noticed him first, so I get dibs on this Delta flight attendant.
Okay. I know. Wouldn't that be something to...
Would it be wrong to show him because, like, I didn't get his consent? Probably.
I wouldn't feel bad about it. Anyway,
I texted her and said, I'm obsessed with this flight attendant.
Yes.
He's
and
really
I said
attractive.
he looks like Steve Harrington.
Yes, which is funny because I had just texted my friend Kendall a second before, and I was like, he looks like Joe Keery, who was actually the actor who plays Steve.
Yep. And anyway, so I moved forward, and he kept walking by us, and I was like reading my book or whatever, but I could see every time he'd walk by, Tahlia.
Shut up!
Anyway, but then it was so funny. Yeah, our weekly hug. This isn't even a good story unless you were there. I don't know what I'm talking about.
No, you know the good part of the story? When he gave me my tea, y'all, he touched my hands. Actually, now that I think about it, I was the one taking from him, so I'm definitely the one who touched his hand.
Here's your thing. Yeah. Anyway, but he and then she texted me. Well,
he was flustered talking to us.
He was.
Kaitlyn.
It's because I was.
He was like, "What did you say? What type of thing did you want?"
Oh, I felt stupid.
What type of drink did you say?
He said, "Did you say you wanted ice in your Coke or not?" And I said, "I don't know if you asked. It doesn't matter." But then, I should have just. Why did I correct?
Didn't he like also ask? I thought he was asking what your drink was, like what drink do you want? And he was like, I don't think you asked. And he was like, and then he came back and said, and what snack did you want? And he could not remember for the life of him. Remember what we wanted.
It's because he had seen Tahlia's beautiful eyes.
It's okay. You can have. He was staring at you this time.
No, it was.
And basically, he was obsessed with it. Oh my gosh, this is the thing. When I left the plane, I said, "Thank you. Have a good night." And he said, "Thanks. Same to you." That's not all he said. He said something. Wait, no. What did he say? I texted someone else what he said. I just totally killed it. Thanks, same to you. I swear I said something.
I think it was something. I got to go to Texas Roadhouse and eat some rolls. That was a highlight of the trip. That's too far back, I think. Not that I'm reading your text messages.
This is like even worse because there's nothing. If I had told it all at once, it would have been like, "Oh, she's joking."
Anyway, if you are a flight attendant for Delta Airlines and you flew to
Seattle, you're based out of Seattle. Mm-hmm. Flew the Seattle Kauai route on November 30th at night. Mm-hmm. We love you. Mm-hmm. I'm single, and I would settle for you, not as an athlete, because you give me flight privileges and you look like Joe Keery. And what he said was, "Thanks. You as well. Take care," which is genuinely nothing. But he said less to the person in front of me. Sure. Well, you were the person for me. The other person.
She's just trying to point out that he was interested in her, not me.
No, he wasn't, Kaitlyn. He literally said, "Take care."
But listen to this too. Tahlia I said, "Hey, you could look into becoming a flight attendant." And she said, "I already did."
I genuinely she was researching how to become a Delta flight attendant before this. You can check my search history. I saw him and I was like, "How can I become one?" And I'm like, "Tahlia, you were so creepy."
Yep.
Okay. Anyway.
She has good intentions.
Sorry. What was your favorite? Wait, you're the only one who said. I think that's like the funny moments. My favorite funny moment was the serendipity of. Never mind. I can't say that on the podcast.
Tell me. Oh. Right, like the person being at the
okay, my friend was at the airport. Okay. That made it sound like it was a way bigger deal than it was.
Way that we're telling secrets.
But my friend was all at the airport was talking about this book she was reading where true love happens at the airport. And I have this running joke with my friend. Well, actually, I don't even think he's in on the joke, but I feel like a lot of people always were like, "You two will end up together," and I was like, "Okay, like don't ruin our friendship." And of course, who was at the airport, a guy with the exact same name as the person from her book. We won't share that name, but to my viewers who know me, you can speculate on who it was.
And earlier in the week, it seemed almost meant to be.
Wait.
I was shipping you.
Yeah. Alright, well, who did you think was going to win the game? We never even said that.
I'm probably just going to go with the Avalanche. I know that's the lame
I think maybe the New York run won't be too good, and the Rangers will win, unfortunately.
Okay.
I actually don't think the Rangers are that good, but...
to just go to overtime and win. That's my dream.
That's a
It's
pretty big ask.
It's not my prediction.
You always have to ask for more. We're at the top of the league, and the one thing we're not good at, you need them to be better at.
Because do you know who's in second place in our league right now?
The Panthers? We're not in the same league as them.
The people that
like
are the pain in our sides.
Las Vegas, Dallas Stars.
Yes, and it's Dallas, or Colorado,
Dallas,
Minnesota, and those are our nemesis.
Well, dang. She got really passionate about that.
Mm-hmm.
As you can see, she was raised an Avalanche fan. I'm wearing the jersey, but she is wearing the heart.
Also, on the Melissa's podcast that she was on, they were talking about how when Gabe came back, I can call him Gabe because I'm friends with him. When he came back on ice, like everyone from the NHL community was so supportive and excited for him, including Jamie Benn, whom I just like with a passion.
On the Stars.
Yeah. And he's like, usually
he was like, great to have you back or something.
Ones that go at it on the,
and he was like, great to have you back or something.
Yeah, and he even said something nice. So
that's so nice for all of us. All right, and with that, the 2025 season comes to an end. Not actually, we'll probably have another episode before the end of the actual season. I meant that ironically, but realized it was kind of real.
Did you say 2024 or 2025?
2025.
Okay.
Oh, nice.
Because you know what year it is, not me apparently.
The fact that you are so stuck on this 2024.
Sometimes I write the year is 2012. Yeah.
We just need to end it. What's our sign off again? WAGSIT out.
Isn't it go watch? Here's your homework for the week.
Oh yeah, here's your WAG homework for the week.
Go watch a game.
No, that's not the sign off. It has to be a different thing every time. That was just like the only thing I could. Your homework for this week is find a single player that you think you have potential with. That's so creepy. Don't do that.
Or send us any flight attendant information you have.
Find this flight attendant for us and suggest his Tinder account to mine.
Yes.
Okay.
That's perfect.
And with that, WAGSIT out.